We have got a lot of Somalians and that moved in, but it doesn't really bother me. Live and let live, that's what I say.
Well, I've got neighbours that are, where do they come from? They're Asian anyway, I forget where they come from now. And I couldn't wish for better neighbours. They're absolutely brilliant.
There's more people, white people, that's what I mean. There's more white people around here than there is Asians. And to think of, I could only think of 3 families here around this area that actually, you've got the Somalians over there in Faircroft. There's 2 families together living right next door to each other. And there's 3 families, 2 Asian families and another, I think the Somalians or somewhere like that, around there, and that's it.
There's not really many immigrants at all. I mean, there's some Somalian people live up there, but I don't have a problem with them at all.
I've not got people round near me. They're all white people.
There's not really many immigrants at all. I mean, there's some Somalian people live up there, but I don't have a problem with them at all.
I think they find it a bit difficult now, that immigrants are coming into the area, because we've always been used to just English people really being here. So 1 or 2 people are finding it difficult.
A little bit of racism, well, quite a lot of racism, but there's not really many kind of people of different culture here really. So it doesn't really affect people because there's not many immigrants here.
Well, people I've heard that don't like people walking around with this thing on the face, hiding their faces. That seems to be a rather strange thing, but apparently it's to do with religion.
But it's like you say, all the immigrations are coming in and taking all the jobs, and it's just not fair on our people. I mean, I don't mind them getting work and that, but I mean, they've got to live like everybody else. But when they do come over in this country, they get everything, where we have to wait, say, 28, 30 weeks before we get anything from the job seekers, to get benefits. But they get it straight away, and they get all brand new stuff and everything.
People are just saying that Somalians are taking their flats and that they're getting priority when they're not really, to be honest. It's just a myth, I think.
I find that there's more and more people moving in that can't speak a word of English. And I got stopped the other day somebody asked me for directions. I couldn't understand where they were going, what they were saying, which I think is quite wrong. I mean, because this is it's a family area and you've got somebody moving in, you haven't got a clue what they're doing.
And then we've got a couple of coloured people in our close, and they're fine. I think they are from over here, but further down the close you've got the Somalians, but they have a lot of trouble with them down there on that bit of close, so we don't interfere.
White British people don't get priority anymore, and I don't think that's true at all, but people seem to hold that view. But it's normally people who are unemployed and don't really do anything with their lives that seem to say that. So
they come here, they take all the jobs, that's why there's no jobs for white people. They drive around in nice cars where normal people who live on the estate got no work, got to drive around in shitty cars, crap cars. No, they should just go back. Their government should help their country and our government should help us, not them.
Well, I know there were a few problems when they wanted to put the Eastern European immigrant housing up at the Magpie. I know that got burnt out a couple of times, but I think they've made it a care home now, so no one really objects.
Some people, I understand that some people from certain countries, Afghanistan, them kind of places, they do need to be here. But in my opinion, what I find difficult to comprehend is people that are coming over from the EU, i.e. Poland, them kind of places, they're not actually helping the economy. They're over here earning our currency, but they're saving it all up, and then they're taking it back to, they can work over here for I've not got anything against it, we can go to any other country in the EU if we wanted to, but they earn the money over here. They work for 6 months out of 12 months and they go back to Poland with the wages that they'd earned, and in somewhere like Poland and them kind of places, a year's salary over here or 6 months' salary over here can allow them to live over there for perhaps a year, 2 years. And I don't think it's right, do you know what I mean? I don't think it's right. I think they should concentrate on sorting out the people that live here, sorting out the people that live here with decent jobs, decent training, and basically a decent life, you know what I mean?
Because they get too much when they come here. They get a house, they get a job, they get everything, where we was born here and we get nothing.
Yeah, we're English, not Somalian.
See?
You wouldn't move to a foreign country if you can't speak the language, and that's my problem here. They can't speak English, they shouldn't be here. Or, if they even attempted to learn to speak English, would be a nice thing, but they don't.
I know they have quite a lot of marches in town. I know the EDL have been marching up there. I know there's been a few Muslim groups marching. I don't think there's a divide. The last the last 15 years on the Monsell, if you'd have been here 15 years ago, the main population would have been white. From my knowledge, there's only one Asian family that used to live on Whitney Drive. Now, when you walk around the estate, you see all kinds of people. You see Muslims, Hindus, Africans, Jamaicans. I wouldn't say there's a divide over here. No, I think everyone gets on pretty well. They rub along nicely, to be fair.